So that might have been picking. Yeah, it was picking up the webcam. Okay. Yeah, it was picking up the webcam. Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Now my audio is doubling up because I got my shit up. All right. All right. So that's fine. Got the camera up. Got that. Got the screen capture. So I'm gonna close this. All right. Perfect. So what we're gonna do though. See, I gotta open some stuff.
Generate sampler. All right, so let's see what happens. Holy shit.
It sounds so crazy.
Boom. Easy. Now it's a custom kit.
Slicing your audio. Being able to actually take your own stuff and bring it in and instantly have it be a vibe without you having to do any processing, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, that's like a little random.
Show you right By the end of this video, you will be able to import any 3D assets from outside Unreal Engine into Unreal and then populate your scene with it so that we can get a scene with this cool Lambda fighter and these cool TIE fighters.
What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to chapter 12. We are going to talk about importing asset to your scene from online sources, from sources like Sketchfab. What are we importing, Faris?
Well, we're going to be bringing our giant spaceship, the Lambda fighter. Am I saying it right? Lambda?
I think it should be Lambda
I think it's
fighter.
Lambda, right? I hope I'm not murdering it. Star Wars fans are
People
going to
will
kill
be
me.
in the comments, yeah.
Yeah, and the TIE fighters that are going to be right here, right, instead of these guys. And the most beautiful thing about this is that we're teaching you the real reason why you're using Unreal Engine 5, which is bring in assets that you created in Blender, Cinema 4D, Maya, 3ds Max, and then drop them here and build massive worlds. Or you can just get all these assets online, because if you're new to the world of 3D, there are millions. Okay, not maybe millions. I don't know. How many assets do you think there are? 3D assets.
Did Sketchfab mention how many assets they have?
But Sketchfab is just one resource.
I mean, one of the best, right?
One of the best. Actually, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
And the reason why I love Sketchfab is mainly because of how clean the website is and how many great uploads from the community exist on the website. So there are other 3D resources online like Turbo Squid. And more often than not, a lot of artists that I've talked to, they prefer Turbo Squid or some other websites. For me, Sketchfab is the cleanest one.
Is it free?
Well, there is a very good mix of free and paid assets. I recommend you guys go ahead and search for whatever you want to look for and then see if they are available or not. Now, sometimes you'll find assets that are not even available to buy or even download for free. They're just there for you to view, which is like, why? Because
The artist is showing up, probably.
Probably, yes. No, maybe it's for a paid project and they
Okay.
can't share it with anybody else. So I understand, but it's just like they look so good and I want to download them. So there are 3D resources online and there are so many assets. So you can always go ahead and build out your scenes without ever having to model anything. That is the beauty of creating worlds in Unreal Engine 5. Now, I'm not saying you should do it or not. It really depends on you, but the option is there. So we are on Sketchfab right now. And Farhad, I already have the 2 spaceships that we are going to download, but I just want to show people.
Squetch Fab. I need to make an account. Woo! Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go BRB again real quick and make an account for this.
people, in case they've never done this before, how they can go ahead and download a model. So what we're looking for instance, is can you just
Like a
name
TIE fighter?
like a TIE fighter? Okay, just look. Look for it.
Wow, so many.
And at the top, you usually see the ones that are paid, right? You're looking at $8, $18, $15. Usually the models that you have to pay for are very well made. They're clean in terms of their topology, and their materials are very well done. So they're exquisite. They're your fine dining plates at the top, right? But usually if you are running short on cash, you want to go look down here. And the ones with this download mark on the top right are the ones that are available for free. So some really cool people made these and made them available to all of us.
Shout out.
And shout out to all of you. And then there's ones without anything. These are not available to download or buy. And then the ones with the dollar sign you can buy, right?
Okay.
This is not a Sketchfab course. We're just teaching you guys how you can go ahead and download models if you've never done this before. So I went ahead with Farhad and looked at all of these models, and saw which ones worked well inside Unreal Engine and was compatible. And the ones we found were these two. So I'll just show them to you right now.
I'm going to put the link in the description so you guys
Okay, so there we go. Yeah. Cool. Where's the fucking down? GLB.
can download the same TIE fighters and the Lambda jet and then have it in your scene.
That's
So these
right.
two.
So starting with a TIE fighter, this one's by Christian No Lope. Right?
Shout out to Christian and shout out to Kasra for making these two models and making it available for free.
Absolutely. And Kasra is the guy who made this beautiful Lambda TA shuttle. Plus, it has animation. So the reason why we went for this one and not just a static one is because we wanted to teach you guys how to bring in a static mesh, which is the TIE fighter, which has no animation, and also a model that has animation and has armatures. And this is exactly that. So if you want to follow along exactly in this tutorial, we recommend you go ahead and check out the links in the description. We cannot give you guys these models because we don't own them, but they are available here. Alternatively, you can go ahead and explore and look for other models if you're feeling adventurous and download them instead and still follow along when it comes to importing the assets.
How do we download them?
So it's very simple. You'll just go to this download button right here underneath their profile. And then you'll see some details like how large the model is in terms of its polygons. And then you can hit download. It'll give you a bunch of different formats. So just like when you're editing movies, you've got your MOV and MP4. And depending on the 3D software and your preference, you can choose which one you want to download.
Which one should we take?
So honestly, our favorite is usually either FBX, which is at the top here, or GLB, which is down here. And you get two different texture sizes. The reason why is because FBX is, I would say, the most commonly used, if you ask me. And there are some issues with it, though, because when it comes to packing materials, sometimes you'll download the FBX model and you load it in and the materials are not there. You have to manually create the materials. But the reason why we love GLB models is because whenever you download GLB, the materials come packed with it. So all you have to do is just drag it and drop it in your content drawer and boom, it is available for you to use.
Okay.
That and the objects. do is create a new folder called Sketchfab. Bang. Toss that in there. And then we want the boom, boom, boom. For anybody who is wondering, I'm following this tutorial to a T. I got no idea what I'm doing. This is my first time. This tutorial is altogether, this tutorial is my first time messing with Unreal Engine, so I'm following the tutorial one for one. We're following one for one. That way, if any issues pop up, should I go with 4K? I'm just gonna do the 4K one. Whatever, fuck it. If any issues pop up, I should be able to figure it out. And so far it's been great. Any issues? I think I had maybe like some minor bugs or something. I don't even really remember that I had to like go and Google some stuff, and it was probably some of the easiest Googling I've ever done. And I'm not even saying that. Like, there's people out there talking about Unreal Engine every which way. It's crazy. There was like, I forget, let me think what the issue I was having was. I don't remember. But there was literally like one forum with like 4 different solutions. These 4 different people had a different solution for it, and I think like the 3rd one worked. All right. So that's good.
So just to answer your question, I went with GLB. So all you have to do is just hit download, right? We're going to go with 2K textures. Now, if you download a GLB, the best part is that it is going to come as a GLB file because
A single file.
Absolutely. It comes packed with the textures. That's all you get. If you download the FBX, it's going to come with a zip file because it has to bring in the textures separately. So that's right here, if you can check it out. So we've already downloaded this. Go ahead and do the same thing for the TA shuttle. We're going to go for GLB as well. 4K textures here. Perfect. And now we're going to go out of here. We're going to go out of here as well. So right now we're in our Unreal Engine project file. Farad, shall we do this?
Let's go.
Open up your content drawer.
Create a new folder.
Absolutely. What do we call it?
Lambda.
Right.
Lambda fighter.
Lambda fighter. All right. And create another folder. Call it
TIE fighter.
TIE fighter. Beautiful.
I got it. I like, cause I don't know how to spell Star Wars shit. All right.
So let's go to our Lambda fighter. We're going to open up the file that has the folder that had the file of the GLB. And then we're going to drag and drop this into the content drawer. Now we're going to be prompted with this menu right here. And this menu is basically the menu you're going to get when you bring in a GLB file. This will look different if you have an FBX or an OBJ because they work differently, right? Again, MOV, MP4, different compressions, different file formats, different ways to import. So these options are going to look different. Now, more often than not, you are not going to have to change any of these. But in case you import a model and there's something wrong with it, then you want to go ahead and look at them and see what might be causing that issue for you. And sometimes just do a Google search and you find out exactly why. In our case, because we've already done this before, we know we do not have to make any changes here. So we can just go ahead and hit import. We'll just wait for a few seconds and this should be taking just a few.
So we're gonna make sure that does this thing. This down. Import. Just gonna wait. Boom, that was quick. That was quick. I thought it was gonna take longer than that. Is it even like
More seconds because it has animation.
Could you bring a photogrammetry asset inside?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. The thing is, photogrammetry assets just work like any other 3D asset, right? And we can try it out maybe one time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hit control space.
okay, my content drawer. I got all of this. I just imported a whole asset, dude. Skeletal mesh, animation sequence, physics, asset, and skeleton. Got the textures. Wow. There's a lot of textures. Materials. 6 materials.
And we look into our content drawer, and now we're seeing all of these new assets. Let's quickly go over what they are. So, Farah, what are these first ones at the bottom?
I see some materials. I see lots of textures. And I
Yep.
see 4 different file type.
Yep.
Skeletal mesh, animation sequence. What is it? Physics
asset.
and skeleton.
Absolutely. So materials, we already know what it is. And there's just multiple materials because the spaceship has different parts. Textures, of course, we're looking at normal maps. We're seeing some color maps. And all of these are basically in the materials. And they're creating the look of our spaceship. We do not have to touch them again because this came as a GLB, which means it comes packed with the textures, which is just amazing. But this time around, if you notice, we have 4 different icons to deal with. We got skeletal mesh, animation sequence, physics asset, and skeleton. Anytime you bring in an asset with an armature is basically bones in 3D software that you use to attach to different meshes to control them. So if you have a human that has animation, it probably has an armature, right? It has the hip bone, it has the
yeah.
arm bone, it has the
I'm gonna make a correlation because I feel like what they are talking about is the same as right here, what I've been watching.
Well, hello there. Hey,
Anarchy.
good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Right here.
God, it's been a while. I think I might have done a video.
This right here, this skeleton that you can see on that.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck.
Hey, good morning, dudes. How we doing? Silly goose. What?
Are you?
That right there. That like skeleton. That's instantly what I related that to when I heard them say that. And I'm like, yo, I've been watching that.
finger bones, and those bones help control the movement. For a TIE fighter or a shuttle that might have animation of the parts moving, we're going to also use bones, right? So this guy, Castra, who created this model, used bones in another software, created the animation for the flaps and the door, and so that's why when it comes in, it has these 4 different icons. So if you bring in any item with an animation, it comes with four different icons.
Yeah.
So just gonna open up skeletal mesh and show you what you'll see. Okay, don't panic. I understand that the first thing you want to do is look at this window and be like, oh my God, another window with so many buttons, so many things that I do not know anything about. But you're not going to be talking about this right now. We're not going to be going over this in detail. When we talk about the stormtroopers, though, we can talk about this. So don't worry. When it comes
Still alive. All right. I don't know why this video
comes
is
to the skeletal mesh, that is basically talking about the bones and the bone structures of what the item holds, right? Which are listed on the right side right here.
So we have the wing, right wing, left wing. We have the doors. Those can be opened and adjusted, right?
Absolutely. So I can even show you right now. So if I hold the right wing, I hope this works. There you go. I have the right wing and I can see the bone right here. Okay. And I can basically just go ahead and rotate the bone. And this is basically how Castra animated this in the first place, right? So this is where I can see these bones. And I want to load this up again. This is our skeletal mesh. But if you want to go ahead and open these guys, you can actually access the same ones right here. If you look to the top, and if you look at the text, you'll see it says skeleton, right? That is precisely this guy right here. So I'm going to tap this. It's going to open another tab for me. And that is my skeleton. If I were to double click this, see nothing happens because I already have it open. So I'm going to close it, go to skeleton. I have the same one. If I go to this one, what does it say? It says skeletal mesh, right? So that is like as if I click this one. This guy right here
Animation
is
sequence.
animation sequence. And we're going to go to that in a moment. I'm just showing you this, that these four are the same four at the top here, because when you're animating characters, you're going to be accessing all of these and trying to change some properties. So that's why you have access to all of them right here. And we're going to explain to you what each of them do. So skeleton is also showing you guys the bones, but there are different options here. This is, I would like to call this like the very base of looking at the bones and seeing what you can do with the scale and rotation of the bones. The skeletal mesh is where we go ahead and connect things to these bones. For instance, if you were to connect weapons that follow some of these bones, you will create those connections here. They call sockets, and you can connect them here. The next one is our animation sequence. Farah, what do you think this does?
This is the animation that has been pre-baked into this object.
Absolutely. You're right. And you can see the animation at the bottom right here. In the asset browser, we only have one animation. But if you had multiple different looking animations for this, so if it was a character, it had a running animation, a walking animation, a shooting animation, you will see all of them if you imported them, and you can access them, you can edit them. You can, for example, change the speed right here. Not that we have to do it, but you're just looking at all the properties of the animation. Hence why the name animation sequence. At the very right, we have physics assets. So Farah, what do you think this one does?
This is the collision of the asset.
Yes. So the moment you bring in an asset with skeleton, with armatures, Unreal Engine automatically creates a physics asset based on those bones. And they're represented with these little balloon shapes that
Damn.
you can go ahead and change the size of and create.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like the video's loading fine. So I think it's just the picture-in-picture being annoying as fuck.
Your own versions. And the reason that these exist, Farah, do you know why?
Because the objects won't go through together, so there's collision.
So let's say if you had a cape on Superman, you want to go ahead and make sure the cape doesn't go through his legs. So you have the physics asset so that when you simulate the cape with wind, it just sticks to his back, but it doesn't go through. So that's the whole point of physics asset. So of course we don't need it right now for this jet, but it's good for you guys to know and understand what these 4 are and not panic that you have 4 different versions in your content drawer.
So which one of them I should bring it to my scene if I want to bring the jet to the scene?
So honestly, if you bring any of them, the jet will come into the scene. But what we usually like to do is bring in the skeletal mesh. That's the base. And then you can go ahead and do anything you want to the skeletal mesh. You can add animation. But the quickest way to bring in a skeletal mesh with the animation already there available to
Hold on. Did I deleted that? Or did I fuck up? I might have fucked up and not uh copied it.
use is to bring in the
Animation sequence.
absolutely. So let's go ahead and delete this guy because we don't need it anymore. We have our asset. We're going to go ahead and bring in the animation sequence because it's already baked in there, right?
Okay.
So we bring in the animation sequence and just like that,
This is gonna be surreal. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. I can't believe that we're actually doing this. This is crazy. This is in here. Every time. I can't believe it.
we have this
Think we're
beautiful
smaller.
spaceship placed into our scene. Now, Farhad, this is not looking right, is it?
No, how can we change the animation and make sure we use the right snapshot?
So you are asking the right question because technically, if you want to go ahead and change the animation, we have to use the timeline, right? If you ever played with any sort of video editing software, you have a timeline and you can say, okay, at frame 1, I want this thing to be here. And at frame 30, I want it to move to the right side. We don't have any timeline. So clearly it's hard to animate things right now. That is for another chapter, but you can control the animation still in the details panel, right? So if you're looking at the animation right here while we have this selected, we'll be able to see the animation that is going to be playing, which is this one, defined by the creator of this of this mesh. And then we have an initial position. So right now it's at 0. We can go ahead and use the slider to control the animation.
Okay, this is what we want. The open door. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's looking sick, dude.
Okay, amazing.
This is looking sick. So, Farah, I'm going to quickly delete this just to show you guys the difference of bringing a skeletal mesh and not the animation sequence, right? The only difference is that right now we have the base, but here in the animation mode, there's no animation selected. So we have to go ahead and change this animation blueprint to an animation asset and then define which animation asset we want to use. There's only one, the one that it was imported with.
Okay.
Click it and
Do
then
the same thing. 8.
do the same thing.
Boom.
And boom. I just skipped over it, but yeah, it worked. 8 and boom.
Okay.
So just like that, you guys now know how to import assets that are GLB files that come with animation, and you know exactly how to bring them to your scenes.
Wait a second. We're teaching you guys all of these techniques like modeling and texturing, but frankly, there are faster alternatives like photogrammetry.
That's when you use your phone to take a bunch of photos of a real life object and then turn that object into 3D within minutes and then bring it into Unreal Engine.
So we use Polycam for our photogrammetry, and they actually sponsored this course so that you guys get 30% off their pro plan. We have all of the details and the promo code in the description. Back to the course.
Can we bring in the TIE fighters too?
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So should we deal?
We're doing that. We're watching this shit in 4K. Hell yeah, boy.
Delete these guys?
Yeah,
We don't
get
need
rid
them
of-
anymore,
get
right?
rid of them.
Okay, delete, 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 delete.
Shit. That's crazy. gonna try and keep that there, but I don't know. I might end up having them. Okay, so then we're gonna bring in the.
So, do you think it'll be the same thing for the TIE fighters?
Yes, we should just import it, right?
Absolutely.
Come on, am I here? Lagging. All right, we're here. TIE fighter. Bang. Just gonna let's make sure that we don't change anything.
So we're going to go ahead and bring up the TIE fighter right here. All right, we have it located. Locate it in your computer and go ahead and drag and drop the GLB file. Now, there's only one difference that we'd like to make this time around. Let's go ahead and try to import this as is and see what happens. Import it quickly.
Oh no.
Farah, what do you see?
We have 1,000 meshes. Every single bolt and pin is separated.
Yeah, this is not cool. So
I don't want that.
I don't want that either. I mean, yes, we can go ahead and look at what we've got. We've got a material, we've got 3 textures, and all of these static meshes. We can go ahead and select all of them, drag it to the scene, and it works. But then look at the top here, object 4, object 6. No.
I want a single mesh.
No. Yes. Farah, how do you think we do that?
Was it at the dialog box initially?
Yes. So let's go ahead and delete this.
Control Z or
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just going to delete it. And then we're going to go back. This is where we talked about how depending on your scenario, you might have to change some of these import settings. So for GLB files, there's this specific setting that says combine static meshes.
Yes, please.
We need to do that, right? We
Yes,
just want
please.
one mesh.
Combine static meshes. Boom, and import should be in there as one. Boom, there it is. Shit.
We just want one. And then we're going to hit import and see what happens. Boom.
Nice.
One clean
Yes.
static mesh.
Bring that in.
Bring this back.
So why did well it is huh. Did they like update it maybe? Made it bigger? Or like made it better? They must have changed it. Because now it says TIE Fighter, and I followed the link. Like, I straight up followed the link. So they might have changed it. Or they linked a different one by accident or something. No, because it was by the same people, I think.
Bad boy in there.
To the scene. Yes.
Boom. Wow.
Okay, now
Yes.
it's a single mesh.
I'm going to turn on snapping.
Okay.
Just make it easier. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's the same thing. They must have, like, added more details to it or something. I wonder. Oh, because look at that. On the outside, and then now that. They did. They added more detail to it. Oh, that's cool. That's sick. Snapping on. Okay, so we're gonna make sure it's. I know it's right. No, I didn't. Is it because it's already on the floor? What if I do it? Oh, yeah, that does work. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, that's crazy how they like updated it. It's free and they made it look better.
Nice. Wow.
I never understood where is the head, where is the front or back of the TI.
This is the head. This is like the front. This is the front.
Okay.
This is the glass, right?
So this is go all the way back.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
180, and we can move this guy back here. Wow. I think this is a little bit too big,
yeah.
right, compared to this guy. So we're gonna make it maybe
0.7.
a little smaller. Lock this guy up so they're scaling on the same sides.
Yes.
Same rotation, 0.7.
That looks perfect. Take it to. Whoops. Where's that going? Bang. And then I think we're gonna like alt it.
I think that's really good. And now I gotta turn off snapping. I'm gonna come up. Boom. And pull this forward. Hold Alt.
Duplicate.
Pull
Yes.
it back.
So we're gonna line it up. Cool. Should be out a little bit further. We'll see. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. It's not that either, which is what I want. Right there. Boom, right there. And this. Just like that. Let's see. Like something like this ain't gotta be exact. Like, I think that's pretty good. Well, snap. Shit. Shit. Oh, wait. Just a tap. So, fuck. But we want to rotate. Boom. So they're facing the same way. They're facing each other. Yes. Yes. It's fantastic.
This two. Alt.
Go all the way to the right and then mirror.
Mirror. Mirror on what axis do you think?
Why?
Make a guess.
Why?
Why? Yes, you did it. Nice. Nice.
It rotated it.
And
We are done.
bro, look at that.
It's getting slowly starting to look really, really good and like a real hanger.
Dude, I'm loving this, bro. Okay, so first of all, again, a big shout out to the creators of the TIE fighter and the Lambda fighter.
19 unsaved. Let's save that shit so this shit don't crash. Yo, that's insane. Just making sure that they show up. Holy shit, dude. It's wild. It's wild.
We hope that you guys manage to also take in your assets into Unreal Engine and make your scene look something like this.
And then in the next chapter, we are going to show you how you can bring characters with animation. We are going to populate the scene with all the stormtroopers. So stay tuned.
New Lay's sweet and spicy.
That's next. Ooh. How long is the video? I want to do it so bad. It's only 16 minutes. Oh man, I kind of want to do it. You should do it. Let's do it. Let's go get a screenshot of everything. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm so excited. Alright.
Spicy honey.
Sweet.
Spicy. Spicy.
Say hello to Spicy.
What if recording high-quality content, editing like a pro, and streaming like a star was as simple?
By the end of this video, you will learn how to take any 3D character, rig it using a free tool called Mixamo, and then take animations for free as well, bring them to Unreal Engine file using an FBX import, and then populate your scene with the different animation sequences that you have, like this one. Check this out. Whoa. Let's go. What is up, beautiful people? Oh my God, Farah, did you fart? What? Dude, it smells.
No, I didn't.
Dude, you did.
No, I didn't.
You stung the place up.
No, it's not. It wasn't me.
Then who is it?
Robbie.
No, it was you. Sorry, guys. Maybe in 2025, we'll have some new sensors on the cameras.
Now you guys can smell it.
And it would have been horrible.
It would be Farah's.
Okay, what are we doing today?
Chapter 13, importing character animation. So we are going to go download the character from Sketchfab, take it to Mixamo, get some animation, and bring everything into our scene.
So which character are we talking about?
Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers.
Let's go.
It's time to fill up the scene with Stormtroopers. But first, we have to go ahead and download it. Now, Farhad mentioned the name Mixamo, and if you guys have never done 3D before, you probably don't even know what that is. It's going to be a lifesaver. So let's check it out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our Chrome. We got so many windows down there. I have to close my tabs.
Okay. So we're going to go to Sketchfab. We're going to make it a favorite. Alright, and then Mixamo. Okay. So we're gonna go BRB again. Get this open right now. Dun, 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 dun. Go BRB.
Okay, so first things first, go ahead and find your model. Whatever you want to download, you can. But again, we're going to recommend the one we're using because we've tested it and it works.
Link in
I forgot to get off BRB. I only played it for like a second. It's alright. We're alright. But I do know that I need to go and get this. It's a motherfucking stormtrooper. Yo, and I'm gonna experiment with all these that I'm downloading. Like I wanna make them red. Like I forget the name of that one.
in the description.
This one is by Sandforge Studio. Shout out to you guys for creating this dope model. And it says Stormtrooper, UE4 rigged and game ready. So it's already rigged, but we're going to not use the rig so that we can teach you guys how to rig the character. And by rigging, we mean adding in the armatures so that you can animate it. Okay, so this is the Stormtrooper. Looks pretty decent to us. We are going to this time around download it, but instead of GLB, we're going to go for FBX so that you guys see how that works. So go ahead and hit download. Now, once
Gonna hit download at FBX. No, it's in there. Bang bang. Alright.
once you download your character, you're going to have something like this. You're going to see the folder once you extract it, and then there's going to be a source, which is the FBX file, and then the textures are all going to be there. Perfect. Now, for this character to have animations, we need to either manually animate it.
No.
Are we going to do that?
No.
Absolutely not.
No way.
This course will take ages.
Yes.
So we're going to download animations from a free website called Mixamo, which Adobe bought a a couple of years ago, I assume.
And left it there.
Left it there, but it's still a really good resource, right? It's amazing. So what does it do? Well, first, you can go ahead and upload your own custom characters and automatically rig the body, which usually takes a long time, and then use some of their animations for free. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some walking animations, we're gonna get some idle animations, and some idle holding rifles animations, because later we're going to add rifles to the character too. So before we go ahead and show you guys our Stormtrooper and show you how we did this, the thing about the Stormtrooper character is that when you upload it, for some reason, I think because it's already rigged, it automatically is available for you to add animations. But usually that's not the point. You need to go ahead and tell Mixamo, hey, where are the hands, the arms, the groin, the face, so that it can place the bones in the correct place.
Can we try that with a different character?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. So just quickly, on the interface, on the top left, you've got characters. These are Mixamo's own characters that you can use for your animations. We're not going to do that. And then you've got animations, which are the animations, right? That you can download the motion, the mocap. So first things first, on the right side, we're going to go to upload character. And here we can select a file or drag a file. We're going to go to this one right here. This is just a basic white human mesh. And we're just showing you this so that you understand how you can place those markers on the character so that it works properly. So you're going to be prompted with this window, and make sure your character is facing forward. If it's not, you can use these buttons. Once it's done, next, you just have to go ahead and say, okay, this is my chin. These are my wrists. You don't have to be exactly precise. As long as it's somewhere there, then it works. And then these are my knees. And then this is the groin. Okay, once you do this, you hit next. It's going to take a minute or two. And then you'll see that your character can move. If it's moving correctly, you're ready to apply animation to it. So we're going to skip to once this is ready. All right. So as you can see, the character is rigged correctly. It's moving. Its head is rotating correctly. Its body's rotating correctly. Its hips working fine. So this is perfect. Now we're going to switch to our Stormtrooper. So let's go ahead, upload character, and bring in our Stormtrooper right here.
So I didn't. Compressed. So can I delete this then? Hey. Hey. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Did it. We did it. Oh yeah, yeah, we did it. Uh-oh.
Drag it and drop it. And it should not prompt us to place those markers. It already knows where it is. So great. Now, while this is happening, Farhad, do you know who sponsored this episode?
Polycam.
So what is Polycam?
A 3D scanning software on your iOS, Android, and web.
So what can you do with it?
You can take real-life object, scan it, and take it to your 3D software. Unreal, Blender, Houdini, whatever.
Yes. Okay, we're done.
Yes.
Perfect. Our Stormtrooper is moving correctly. Let's hit next. next. So now all we have to do is find the animation that we want. We can either search it or just click on any of these animations. Let's try this taunt just really quickly.
Yo, I'm fucking dead, son. Yo, let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. Yo, let's fucking go, dude. This shit's gonna be so fire. Yo, this is gonna be so fire. Jumping down. Boom. Drop kick. Boom. Yo, that's so fire. Yo, look at that shit. That's crazy.
So look at that.
No, we don't. Stormtrooper will never do that.
Yeah, Stormtroopers don't do that.
I think for our scene, we need an idle animation for those who are standing.
Absolutely.
And we need a walking animation.
So before we go ahead and take those animations, this is what we have to do. First things first, we're going to look for T-pose animation, and I'll explain why really quickly. So T-pose. So when it comes to character rigging, this is the first one, T-pose. Every character is either going to be in the T-pose or A-pose, which is like this. And the reason why is because this is the best way, the most optimized way you can have a character when you're rigging it to make sure the character doesn't break. If the hands are like this and you're trying to put armatures and then you move it, it's going to break. So the best position, if you ever download a good character, it's going to be in T-pose or A-pose. And that's why what we're going to do is first bring in a T-pose character into Unreal Engine as our default. Why do we do that? Do you know why?
No.
Well, it's because in Unreal Engine, if we have 5 different animations, we don't want to go ahead and bring in 5 animations downloaded from Miximo with 5 different Stormtrooper body meshes. We can just take the T-pose as the base with the mesh, and then all the animations, we're not going to use the mesh anymore. We're just going to say, hey, give me the bone animation data, and I can just bring all of it and apply it to the first T-pose animation and the mesh that I have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we'll
so
show you guys
take the
that.
T-pose with the mesh.
Yes.
Take the rest of them, just animation information.
Absolutely.
Let's do. How do you take the animation?
So first, the T-pose, we're going to hit download here, and then it's on FBX 30 with skin, none, perfect. We're not going to change it.
What skin? Do 60?
Anything. And skin is basically talking about the mesh. So with skin is with the mesh, without skin is without the mesh. So download this. Okay, we're going to download. And once it's done, let's go ahead and look for our other animation. It's done.
Okay, so I'm gonna download this. Development. Small animations. Boom. Okay, so we got that.
Done. Farhad, what is the other animation?
Idle.
Rifle idle. Okay, rifle idle. Okay, so maybe this one. Check this out.
Yeah, this is good.
This is really good,
This is
right?
good.
You can go and play with the overdrive. That's a speed or character arm space. I'm happy with this, so we're going to keep it the same. Download.
So now this.
That was good. Definitely. Okay. Don't look behind him. Alright, so we gonna download this. Wait, this one might not be with the skin.
This time with no skin.
No skin,
Okay.
absolutely. So no skin. Download. And
Without skin. Download. Da, 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 da. Oh, this mesh. T-pose with mesh. Just make sure that I remember for the when the day comes that I don't remember.
next, let's choose.
Let's take another rifle idle so we have different
like that.
permutation.
I like that.
Yeah, this is good.
Do you think this is good?
Okay, so sure. I think it's because I leave the window. When I leave the page, it fucks it up. Rifle ladder 2. Bang, bang, bang.
Good.
Yes.
I think this is pretty good. Right. Download. Okay. Without skin. Great.
Sure.
One more. One
For
more rifle idle.
Okay.
Download skin. And they're gonna download another one.
Okay.
One more rifle idle.
The first one on the left.
It's not gonna hurt. This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bang, now we've got them.
Let's see.
Yeah.
This one or this one? Let me see. I just want to see them quickly. No. I agree with you. I like this one. This one's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go for download without skin. Okay, what is the other animation that we
Just a
want?
walking animation.
Walking animation. Okay, cool. So we're gonna look
because
for
we want
walking.
some of our stormtroopers to walk in the scene.
Yes, perfect. So it should be walking. Which walking do you want?
I think the second one on the right is good.
This one?
Yeah.
They're like badass. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Now,
Zun, 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 zun.
when you're going for walking animation, it's really important to go ahead and check in place. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why am I doing that? Well, let's go back to not in place. If you imagine us trying to animate this character, it snaps back to the origin position after like 1 second. And imagine trying to animate this, it's gonna keep snapping back. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and say in place, and instead we're going to animate the movement ourselves inside Unreal Engine. So this is
God, fuck. Ah, man, I should really like pre-watch these. Out skin. Just make sure now.
This is a very important option that you have to select. Go to download, fire it with skin or without skin?
Without skin.
Absolutely. Without skin. You're learning well, Padawan. You're not gonna kill me at the end, are you? Usually kill the master at the end. Okay, so we got the walking, the rifle idle, and the T-pose. Perfect. Now let's hop back into Unreal.
Without skin. Boom. Now we've got it. Now it's in there. Alright, alright, alright. How much longer is in this video? 7 minutes left in the video.
Hold on. Did you guys know you can speed up your workflow by using Polycam's photogrammetry instead of modeling and texturing?
Yeah, you just snap a couple of photos and voila! Plus, your objects will automatically look photorealistic because they're actually real.
Shout out to Polycam for sponsoring this course and giving you guys 30% off their pro plan. Promo code and link in the description.
Oh yeah, this one.
Okay, so we're back in Unreal right now. We're gonna go to our content drawer.
Twice. Okay, I do have it. Forgot. Couldn't remember. We're gonna try picture in picture again.
And we're gonna create a new folder for Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers. And now what? We're gonna bring them all in?
So Farhad, which one do we have to import first?
T-pose.
That's right. So T-pose is the one that comes with the mesh,
Yes.
right? So we're gonna get the T-pose. You see, we already downloaded it 5 times, and the other one 14 times.
No way.
That's
Okay.
how many times we remade this scene.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're bringing in T-pose. I thought we were gonna bring in the character, but we're not because the mesh is on the animation. Oh, why are you up there? Why is it up there? Ugh.
And right now with the FPX import, you can see that the options are different compared to the
Yes.
GLB, right? So we're gonna go to FPX. We're gonna see that it says, okay, skeletal mesh, yes. Import mesh, yes.
Okay, well, I can't fucking see none of that shit. For whatever goddamn stupid ass reason. Oh, bro, what? Why are you up there? What the actual fuck is going on? Okay. That didn't work. Holy shit. Thank God, dude. Dumbest fucking shit I've seen. So luckily somebody else had the answer. Somebody else did it. It happened to somebody else. And somebody said just change your resolution and drag it. But there was other solutions that didn't work. Like it said to use the Windows, left shift and Windows and left and right, and I tried that and it didn't do nothing. So I changed my display resolution, drug it to the center, changed it back. Y'all saw.
And it's saying, do we want to put this on any current existing skeleton?
No.
We don't have any Stormtrooper skeletons, so no. And import animations, we're going to hit yes because although it's not animating, but we want our T-pose to be counted as an animation, so we're just going to say yes, okay? And everything else, we're going to leave as default. Import and import all. I've always wondered, what does it mean? Is it the same thing? Honestly, I've used both and they both work the same, but I like to say import all, okay? Import all, and you're going to see, I'm going to close this. Do you see now why I like GLB files?
Yes.
Because the materials are there, but the textures are not. And we have to manually bring them, which is a pain. But it's okay. So we have the skeletal mesh. We have animation sequence.
Physical assets and skeleton.
Absolutely. So it's working perfectly fine. We can just go ahead and open it up. Our skeletal mesh is there.
Sheesh, it's a Stormtrooper.
Our animation sequence has the T-pose. It's not moving, but we have it. So now we're going to close this. And now it's time to...
Wait, I had it. Whoops. Where's the animation? I didn't see it. I gotta go back a little bit.
What does it mean? Is it the same thing? Honestly, I've used both and they both work the same, but I like to say import all, okay? Import all, and you're going to see, I'm going to close this. Do you see now why I like GLB files?
Yes.
Because the materials are there, but the textures are not, and we have to manually bring them, which is a pain. But it's okay. So we have the skeletal mesh, we have animation sequence.
Physical assets and skeleton.
Absolutely. So it's working perfectly fine. We can just go ahead and open it up. Our skeletal mesh is there. Our animation sequence has the T-pose. It's not moving, but we have it. So now we're going to close this and...
Okay. That's what he meant. Get open. This up. Oop. Alright, then we're gonna close it. This one. Okay.
now it's time to...
Bring the rest.
Bring the rest, absolutely. So now we can shift select the other 4 that we have downloaded, drag it, drop it into the content drawer. But this time around, look at this. By the way, it's already done it for us. I don't even...
Okay. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Come on, dude. That shit's fucking annoying. That's like the most annoying shit about this fucking thing. I gotta be able to turn that shit off. Oh my fucking god. Oh, so it don't want me doing all of them? Okay. I don't. I think I crashed. Oh no. Okay. That shit popped up again. It popped up over there again. Oh my god, bro. Like, why? Okay, so it looks like we gotta keep the scale down here.
I don't even know how, but I'm gonna reset this so it's not. It is a animation without any when.
So I did. What did I do? By accident. Fuck it. I don't. I don't think that's what I want, though. Right? It's,
Without any mesh, so it knows it's just bones. So it's asking you, do you want to put this on any current existing skeleton?
Yes, put it in a T-pose.
Absolutely. So what is the name of it? It's T-pose 5. Like the name of it is weird, but that's what we're looking for. T-pose 5 skeleton. So you can do this with anything else, by the way. You're working with metahumans later on. It's the same concept, right? You want to take the animations from other 3D software and put it on a current existing skeleton. As long as the bone names match, it's going to work just fine. So everything else, I'm going to keep the same. I'm going to hit import all. And just like that, with magic, we now have control space, all of the animation sequence.
okay. Skeleton. That's what it's gonna do. Just automatically selected it. I thought it was trying to import that again. Got T-pose, rifle idle 2, rifle 3, walking, and rifle idle. Alright, so we are doing this correctly. But now, give me one friggin' frack of a second. But that's even that. But that's good though. So then I can do this. And I can actually keep stuff separated. Let's see. Shit. Shit. Alright. So we're Gucci. We're Gucci.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should we
Amazing.
open one of them?
Let's try.
All right, let's see.
Yes,
Boom.
it is there.
It's moving.
Ooh.
It's working. It's fantastic.
Holy shit. It gets crazy. 'Cause it's like every single time I've ever tried to do something and like follow instructions, it always gets fucked up. and it never goes to plan, even though I'm following instructions. And this is like the only thing that I've ever done where I've followed the instructions and it works. And it actually fucking works. I've run into a couple snags. I'm able to fix the fucking issue like that. We're back on track. It's insane. It's actually fucking insane. But we
And
need
guess what?
textures for them
We can
stormtroopers.
control this, right? We can go to skeletal mesh, look at the bones. I'm going to click the spine. I'm going to rotate the spine. Ooh, that is
Darth Vader won't be happy.
that's wrong. That's really wrong. Let me break my back. Okay, so nothing's going to happen because I'm not saving anything, by the way. Don't worry if I change anything.
Dude, you have 51 unsaved files. Save it.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Oh my god, you didn't
Imagine
save
if
from
it
the
crashed.
spaceship.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I suck at it, okay? I suck at it. All right, we're going to go back to animation sequence. Check this out. Now, we can go ahead and quickly switch between the animation sequences. Here, and go here to check what sort of animations we have. And this is absolutely perfect, isn't it?
Yes. And how do we fix the texture? Because I don't want my stormtroopers to be blunt like this.
I actually agree with you. I think we got to fix it right now. So, just to see the differences, let's go ahead and bring one of these stormtroopers down here. So we can go ahead and directly bring in a skeletal mesh or an animation sequence. Okay, so let's do animation sequence for fun. All right, we're going to bring this guy, just have him be here. And although this looks pretty damn cool, we need to add textures. So how do we do it? First,
import.
Let's go and import the textures. Absolutely. So the file is going to be right here. So it should be here in textures. We're going to go ahead and drag and drop everything.
Okay. Let's go. Make some more. File browser back up. Browser. Textures, they're in there. Okay, so that's cool. I thought I was gonna have to do like something extra in order to get them. Content drawer. So they're in there. Where's my video?
Put it in the same folder. Cool. Now, we have body, hands, helmet. Let's open up helmet. It has this white texture. We're going to delete it. And then just bring it to the side here. And we're going to go ahead and bring in anything with the word helmet into our...
Okay.
our material graph. So let's open this up. Do you see helmet?
We have diffuse helmet. Yes.
Diffuse helmet. So diffuse, another word for color, albedo, same thing. Hook this in. Let's see the difference. Apply. Boom.
Yes. Good.
No fucking way. He's super tiny, so. Boom. My god, he's fucking tiny. So bang. Alright, so we're right here. Now we're gonna this color. Watch his face. We did it right. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Now he's looking like a stormtrooper. So then this should be fine to just close. Apply it. Save all eight. Save. Boom.
Okay.
What's
Is there
next?
anything else? Diffuse helmet? Nothing else, right?
No.
That's it.
Then we have hand material.
Okay, so we're gonna close. We're gonna save this, and then close it off.
The hands. Gonna delete that. We're gonna bring in anything that's got hands on it. Hands occlusion. Normal body. Occlusion body. That should be that. Just those two.
We're gonna have hands material. Delete. Check this out.
We have diffuse hands.
Diffuse hands. You're absolutely right.
Scroll down, see if we have any other.
Hit apply. Boom. Save. We have the hands occlusion.
Okay.
Now, to be very honest with you, I was always thinking about this and thinking what this is, right? Remember we talked about the RGB? So if we disable the B and G and A, we have the R, which holds a black and white value. So this could be the roughness, I don't know. And then we go to green, there's this, I assume this is opacity. And then we have the blue, which also has another white and black variable. So I'm guessing these are probably your roughness and specular. And you can go ahead and test them out to see which one works for you. So hook up the red to the roughness and see the difference. So we can check it out right now, actually. Hit apply. Okay, I see the difference. Or we can hook up the blue, which had the variables as well, and see the difference. Not that much of a difference. Could be the specular. For now, we're going to leave it as is. We're not going to use it because it looks pretty damn good. We can go ahead and also, by the way, hit 1 and just control this. So ourself. We can go to 0. And this is like super glossy. If that's your thing, you can go ahead and do that. We're just going to leave this as is because our stormtroopers look perfectly fine. And then we're going to go to the last one, which is body.
Body material.
It's the same thing. We're going to delete this, and then we're going to look for diffuse body. Clearly, we don't want to use anything else. We're just good with this.
With diffuse and yeah. Looks good.
This.
Okay. So we did the hands, the helmet. Now we're doing the body. And then, so we're just doing the colors. Boom. Diffuse body. RGB to the base color. Apply it. That's a stormtrooper, y'all. That's a stormtrooper if I've ever seen one. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get him screenshotted. Bang.
Looks perfectly fine, and this is exactly what we're gonna go for. So this is how you bring in a character with the animation and fix the textures if it's an FBX file. So Farad, what do we have to do next?
So I think we are done with this chapter.
Are we done?
Yes.
So I can just bring these guys in here and just like stack them.
In the next chapter, we are going to teach you how you can clone this character and then finally populate our scene entirely.
Dude, this is already looking cool. Look at this, guys. Look at these guys. Ooh. Okay, well, you guys have done really well until this point. Farad, I cannot wait to get into the next one.
We are almost there. We are almost reaching the end of this tutorial
series. We're going to be building the army after this?
Yes, that's...
But how did he... Oh, right here. Right here. That's right. So look at you. We gonna delete you. Get this one. This one. this one. Look at him. Look at him. It's crazy.
That's the next chapter. Let's go. Ciao.
See you.
You miss 100% of the 20% off deals you don't take us up on. Hey, that's me.
That's it for today. Wow. Holy crap, dude. Making some progress. Look at that. I thought it was 29. It's 19. Oh my god, we're almost done. We're almost fucking done. Oh my god. So what? Dude, and all these videos are short as shit. 35 minutes? So that right there, that's an hour, 2 hours. There's less than 3 hours in videos left, and this is done. Bro. So next we got clone characters, then we've got adding details with decals, and then we've got cameras, rig rail, and crane. Animation and sequencer basics. Animation and sequencer advanced. Render setting and console commands. Oh man, that's gonna be fire. Appreciate everybody tuning in, following along with the tutorial. We're getting it going, yo. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.